Resume. So this is Experia promotion guidelines. We call it advancement guideline. Now, this advancement guideline is in your back office. Okay. So let me can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
When I move from screen to screen, you guys see it, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. So this is your back office. Anything you want and you're not sure, just type it here. If I put guideline, you see it comes up just by putting guideline alone. You see the promotion guideline comes up. See, so there is this information here. The same thing, just that the one I open up is the PDF of the same document. There's PowerPoint, then they share, the equity program I talked about every time is also here. So you can come here and look at it. Now you want to look at compensation, or commission. Let me see commissions. Commission. Or commissions calculator. You see here, you can pull it up. That's the Excel spreadsheet I always use, right? It's here I downloaded it from. You can download the individual income calculator or ED legacy or compound recruiting. See, all this information, they are here for us to leverage. And you see, this back office is loaded. When you have time, just click around, you see. And when you are doing this, you come to appreciate that $37. Okay, now let's go back to the promotion guidelines, right? The PDF that I have opened. Now, this is the fast track. This is the fast track because you want to get your SFA promotion as quickly as possible, right? And how do one get to SFA, Senior Financial Associate here? All you need to do is, there are three options. There are three options, okay? The first fast track one is while you're studying for license, we start going on field training. And what does that mean? Whereby you book appointments because you need to see me do it. Like they say, monkey see, monkey do. And that's what we call hands-on training, right? And how do you book this appointment? We have the script I'll share with you guys, but we did a role play during our class. Was it yesterday morning? But let me do that. One of you should volunteer. Who is going to do a role play with me right now? Let's capture that role play here. Who wants to go for it?
It is something that will not be, because I'm using my phone, so I may not be able to share my screen.
No, you don't need to share screen. Okay. So I'm just calling you as my friend to talk to you about what I do, so I can book appointments with you.
Okay.
Okay. So you are my friend now. So now what you guys will do now is at the end of this meeting, I'm going to send you what we call our prospect list form. So that form, you can save it or you can print it. Write down the names of people you know. Both of you are already doing this. Write down the people you know, the ones I have spoken to already. Put the status there, met with Joy once, met with Joy twice, or we'll be meeting with Joy tonight for the third time, or have registered. You put it there, okay? And then the remaining ones, you start contacting them. And when you call them, so now, Grace, I'm going to call you now. Let's say you are one of the people you see on my prospect list now. I just go, hey, Grace, good morning. It's good to hear your voice. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine. And you?
Wonderful. Thank you for asking. How is family? Happy Remembrance Day.
We are good. Thank God.
Lovely. Lovely. You see, I've been thinking of something and, your name came to my mind. I recently started this business that I am doing on the side along with my job, and I'm still learning. I'm learning a lot, but however, I'm still in training. My executive director is the one training me, right? And in order for me to learn quickly, I needed to watch her present to somebody on Zoom so that I can watch and learn. I can job shadow her. And your name came to mind. I'm wondering if you can help me so that my executive director can do this presentation to you on Zoom while I watch and learn. We're not coming to sell anything for you. It's just you helping a friend to learn
Mhm.
better and quickly. You think you could do this for me, my friend Grace?
Yes, I can.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Um, um, my executive director is available weekdays 6 to 7 or weekend 4 to 6. Which one works for you?
I think the weekend will work for me.
Okay, so we can do Saturday 4 to 6, right? Or 4 to 5, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. So I will schedule the meeting and send you the meeting details. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You see, you can see that that is not complicated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I just gave this example. That's a startup point. By the end of the day, you're going to bring your own flair to it. The connection you have with that person also matters. And the way you guys are already running this is also good because there are people that are close to you. You call them, hey, come and hear, come and see, and they come. Means that those people believe in you, they trust you guys. So it's not a one-way traffic, but a blend of these people. However, there are people you need to book a meeting like this that we will talk to formally while you watch
Mm.
and learn like this. Make sense? So
Yes.
now that you are in training, so these are the things you do. Let's say we do that, or even start with you yourself. That is where I want to start now, right? You know, and we are able to do 5,000 annual premium. What is 5,000 annual premium? 5,000 annual premium is when you do an insurance for somebody and the person's total premium in that year is 5,000. So let's divide 5,000 divide by 12. So if you do a policy for somebody, whether maybe husband and wife and their children, and the total monthly premium is 400 and something, it means that this requirement is met. Then you've already gained your promotion. Now, the way this works is that because you are on license, you cannot write this business yourself. Okay,
Mm.
so your trainer will write this, but your reward will be that you will get your promotion to senior financial associate, where your contract, your bonus now will now be based on 70% contract. Okay. However, if you say, okay, no, I don't want my trainer to write this for me, I want to wait and get my license before I write my business by myself, then you have to do 10,000 annual premium in 3 months or 90 days rolling period to get your promotion. Option three is also to do a 20,000 of lifetime. That is for as long as it takes you. Once you hit that 20,000, you get your promotion. But you can see that this 5,000 is the fast track and route to take. Then even if your trainer, your director write this business of 5,000 for you, as soon as you get your license, this book of business will be transferred back to you.
Okay.
Priska, remember how Grace came in on board before you, right?
Yes, yes,
But as soon as you come on board, Grace was transferred back to you with all the people following her. You've noticed that, right?
yes.
That in that similar fashion, when you write this business, not the commission, because the commissions has already counted towards your promotion. However, the book of business itself, because in this business, after 2 years, insurance company will still be paying you trails on this business continuously. So this forms your book of business. So
So
this is
after 2
option.
years, when the person with the same policy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So that is the advancement, if your first advancement to become what? A sales senior financial associate. But there's a bonus here. Okay. All personal and team AOAs will count as 500 additional premium credit towards the advancement criteria. Any amount of production credit can count from the AOE credit. So now, look at this. What does this bonus mean? Let me go back again here. You guys can still see my screen, right? I come to see visual network. Grace, now you have brought in, you see? So now, Priska, you brought in Grace. So this Grace will count as 500 for you. So if you are using the fast track, now you don't need to do 5,000 annual premium again. So what you're going to do now will just be 4,500 annual premium.
Okay.
You get that?
Yes.
But let's look at Grace. Let's note this. So directly, Grace has brought 2 people. So now Grace have 1,000. So any moment Grace does take me on field training and we're able to close business of 4,000 annual premium, she will already automatically gain her promotion. So look at Adejoke. Joke has brought 1 person. So she has booked 500 points for herself. Okay? So that is what that bonus means. Make sense?
Yes.
Mm.
So how many people would you have brought to reduce the?
Oh my God, what did I do? Did I mistakenly close the? Go ahead, my love.
So how many people in this regards, how many people would you bring to further reduce the, or how many people do they consider?
Okay, the maximum number to consider
Yes.
in order to, okay, let me,
To further reduce the
annual premium you have to produce.
premium for the for the
Okay, so let's
production.
see. Okay, so 500 towards the advancement criteria. Any amount of production credit can count from the AOE credit. Yeah, if you bring, there's no matter, if you bring 10 people, you get your promotion.
Okay.
You get, if you bring 10 people, then field training premium. This is when a recruit goes in field with a licensed agent, which is a field trainer, and watched the field trainer present and sell to a customer in the new recruit market. Premium is calculated as follows for advanced credit: 100% credit for life, critical disability, personal health and dental, then 25% credit towards travel insurance. So it's not even only for life insurance, okay? If you do travel insurance, 25% of that is credit and 10% is credit towards group insurance. See that, right? So once you've done that, it means you gain your promotion and you have become what? Senior financial associate. As a senior financial associate, your contract is 70%, but you get 75% when you are persistent and producing. Okay? So now that you are now SFA, the next level is senior manager. Your next level now is senior manager. And what do you need to do to become a senior manager? That's what we are going to be talking about now. Okay? There are 3 options of what you can do to become a senior manager. Okay? 80% of business submitted during qualification period must set to 4 months. Okay, these are just explanation. Okay. Now, as a senior manager, remember now that you are SFA, just what I explained yesterday, your contract now is 70%, but if you are persistent or based on production, you can even earn as high as 75%. Okay. But what you guys are doing now, the power of what I'm doing, and that is why I'm so happy for both of you, is that these people you are bringing now, as I'm training them, becoming a sales senior manager is going to be a walk in the park for you guys. You know why? Because look at your tree. Priska, is it okay I use you as an example?
Yeah, fine. I mean, it's okay.
Look at your tree, Priska. You just came in, you fired up, and then Grace, you see, this business, that's why I love it, because one person can change your business. One person just came on board, just like this guy. This guy here is my superstar, this Samson. You see, I'm so proud of this guy. If I start expanding each of these three, you will see what I mean, right? But now, when you just meet one person like this, it revolutionizes your business. Look at you, Priska. You already have 4 people. The moment these 4 are licensed, and these 4 are already fired up, are licensed now, what is there is just to do your production to become a senior manager, right? And that is not far-fetched, right? The same thing with you, Grace. Let me not leave you behind. Grace, you yourself also, you see, you already have 3. You already have 3, because when we are counting numbers of license in your base, they don't have to be direct to you. Everybody, whether it's generation, no, so long as they are connected to you, they counted towards your advancement. Does this thing keep closing on me now? Eh? And I have to go back again. Let me see. Okay. And then PDF. Okay, it's there. You see that? So now, what do you now need to become a senior manager? You already have 4 people. I'm training them. So we now start encouraging them to what? To get their license. And then you do 30,000 annual premium. This 30,000 is not only you, it's everybody in your team. What everybody in your team does, right? So let's say, as you have 4 people now, right? We do your Prista, let's say we do your own 5,000, you got your SFA promotion, and then these 4 people, they did their own 5,000 for their SFA promotion. Once they are licensed, you know that those 5,000 5,000 automatically, now that's like 20,000 for you already. You see that? The same thing with you, Grace. So you find out that you can even jump, as you are becoming SFA, you are becoming a sales senior manager. Because we are leveraging on this, their own SFA promotion. You see that? So that is option 1, 30,000 annual premium in 2 months, and then 4 licensed advisors. Okay. Now, option 2 is 50,000 premium over 4 months. Okay. And then option 3 is 1 million saved for 1 million of segregated fund, that is investment. Okay. Now, also recruit also count. As we are going now, you still continue to do your recruits and everything. Those recruits, all those new recruits will also count. But any recruits we've counted towards your senior SFA promotion, we won't count that one again. But any subsequent additional direct recruits, they will count towards your senior manager position. They'll give you 500 points. Okay. Then also travel insurance, health and dental, all those will also count. Okay. So now this is the details here. licensed agents and all those productions. Okay. Now you are a senior manager. As a senior manager, the commission benefit there is that your contract is 100% bonus. Okay. And I will show us the commission calculator right after this. Now, let's move on to executive director. How do you become executive director? You become executive director by having 7 licensed agents in your base. Oh, before I forget, become a senior manager, even somebody that is not recruiting can become a senior manager. All the person needs to do is just to earn $30,000 in cash flow, and they'll become $30,000 is different from 30,000 annual premium. Okay, 30,000 annual premium is the business that have said, the business that have submitted, just like I've been showing you guys. But earning of 30,000, it means these businesses have settled and you have earned $30,000. So that's what that means. That is cash flow. So if you've earned 30,000 of cash flow, whether you recruit and nothing, you become a senior manager. Okay. So also, to become an executive director, you need 7 producing licensed agents, 1 senior manager. Okay. And then 60,000 annual premium over 2 months. That's option 1. Option 2 is 100,000 of premium over 4 months. And option 3 is 2.5 in SEC funds. Also, the same bonus of 500 points for every new recruit, since the last promotion will count as well. 25% will count from travel insurance and so on, and 10% from group. All right. So all these are the details of this thing. And then there's what we call the exchange leg. Okay. So there's exchange leg for ED promotion, and there's EDX. All right. Now, exchange legs requirement is industry standard, whereby when you are becoming an executive director, your trainer, your person that trains you, you will give 1 leg from your base to the person in exchange. That's why they call executive director advancement exchange requirement. Okay, so the detail is here. You can give 100% of 1 person, you can do 50% of 2 legs, or you can do 75 of 1 leg and 25 of 1 leg. That's what I did. I did 75 for 1 leg and then 25 of 1 strong leg. Okay. However, you don't need to do exchange leg. There's what we call EDX. EDX doesn't give exchange leg. Okay. You just meet but the requirement for EDX is different. You still have instead of 7 licensed agents, you need to have 12 licensed agents. And then your production will be 150 in 4 months. Okay, 150,000 in 4 months. That is what you needed to have produced. Okay, and then there's option 2 and there's option 3. Okay, and then this 150,000 is premium over 4 months, but premium over 2 months, I think it's still 60,000. Okay, but that individual will need to have 12 license. Okay, so that is EDX, and a lot of people now are doing EDX because they don't want to exchange their legs. And if you have strong legs, you don't need to exchange your legs. You keep your legs. All you just need to do is have 12 license. And this 12 license is just all the license in your base, right? It doesn't have to be direct to you. All right. So that is explanation of promotion guidelines. Okay. I want to go into, because now that I've explained promotion guidelines to you guys, when I go and
Sorry, can
explain
I
to,
can I come in a bit? Can I ask a bit?
yes, please ask
So
your question.
if you get the exchange leg and you now eventually get a license, will it be returned to you?
Exchange leg, you know, we are talking about executive director promotion. You've already gotten your license since you become SFA. Exchange leg as an executive
I mean, if you have like your 12 licenses in your team, will your exchange leg be returned to you?
if you have 12 license, you don't need to do exchange leg. Exchange leg is not going to be returned to you.
Okay.
You understand? This is ED.
Okay,
Okay.
you will decide when to do the exchange. It's not automatic.
Okay. You will decide whether you want exchange leg or
Okay.
okay. Listen, let me go over this again.
Mm.
Right now, you, Grace, you are FA, entry level position right now. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, you already have one recruit, which is Grace. So you now have 500 points. Is optional. See, that is why we have option 1, option 2, option 3. Okay.
Mm.
If you want to go with option 1, so now instead of 5,000, what you need to do now is 4,500 to get your SFA promotion while still unlicensed.
Mm.
Okay. So now you book appointment, you say, hey, Joy, please come talk to my friend. And that your friend was able to do life insurance for herself, her husband, her children, and were able to close 4,500. It means that even before you become licensed, you've already gotten your promotion to SFA.
Mm.
And the moment you
So
get your
that means
license,
you can be SFA without actually license, or maybe your license is not ready
yes,
yet.
before your license, you can become SFA before your license if you go through this fast track, right? And
Mm.
even if you did not close any business and you've recruited 10 people, you
Mm.
become SFA.
Okay.
So now you are now licensed. However, if you didn't do any of these fast track options and you waited until you get your license, it will no longer be 5,000. You will have to write $10,000 annual premium of your own pen,
Okay.
or you do 20,000 for as long as it takes you. So now we are done. You are now licensed. You are now senior financial associate. Okay. Now you are on 70% contract. Now, because you've been taking me on field training, I've been talking to people, monkey see, monkey do. Now you're already talking to people yourself. You don't need me anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So now, as an SFA, now you are talking to people, closing your own business, helping your team members. You have 4 license. The moment all the production in your base hit 30,000 and you have 4 license, that is option 1. You become a senior manager. Option 2, that's within 2 months. Within 4 months, you and your team produce 50,000 in 4 months. With 4 licensed agents, you become a senior manager. And option 3, with 1 million save funds of book of business, you become a senior manager. Okay, but you need 4 license. But for somebody that is a lone ranger, that is not building a team, is not recruiting people, that person too can become a senior manager. All that person needs to do is to have earned $30,000 in cash flow.
Mm.
And I explained that cash flow and 30,000 in premium is different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See that? So
So it's
now you
your,
are a senior manager. Your next level is executive director, which is our prestigious level. This is a level you will be given 2,000 shares in Experior. This level is a big deal. This is where you demonstrate that, look, I have a skin in this game with Experior. And how do you become
reduce the shares.
executive?
I think it was 3,000. I wrote down that first time. I even told them.
Sorry?
Did they reduce the shares to the executive director?
Yes, it's 2,000 shares now. But during my own time, I was given 3,000.
Okay. Why are they changing?
Sorry?
So why are they changing and reducing it?
During my own time, they also reduced qualification strategies for people. During my own time, I had to have 8 licensed agents, but now it's 7.
Okay.
You see? Okay, so see now, so to become executive director, option 1, you do 60,000 annual premium in 2 months with 7 producing licensed agents. Minimum of one of them must be a sales manager. Okay? And then this is option 2, and this is option 3. So that is requirement. And then the second requirement is there's what we call EDX and then exchange leg. If you don't want exchange requirement to exchange one of your legs or 2 of your legs 50-50 or 2 of your legs 75-25, then you do EDX.
So what do
EDX,
you
all
mean
you
by
need to,
exchange leg? What do you mean by exchange leg is
okay,
to
exchange
carry
leg is,
your team and give the
no,
okay.
exchange leg is that, let's say you have Grace now, okay? And you say, okay, I'll exchange Grace. So exchange leg is to your direct upline. So Grace will now become my own direct, no longer your direct, and it's not going to ever
Okay.
come back to you.
No.
But you say, no, I don't want to exchange my leg. And really, you don't have to, and there's no hard feelings to that. But all we are saying is that if you are, and that option is called EDX. So instead of 7 licensed agents, just build your team to have 12 licensed agents.
The license
Okay?
agent all together from inception.
All together, yes.
Okay.
Everybody in your team, as long as you have 12 licensed agents in your team. So you look at it here, I'm one senior manager, okay? 25% maximum production credit from one team or leg, 70,000 minimum in 12 months cash flow, or 40,000 in the last 6 months. You must have earned 40,000 in cash flow in the last 6 months. You get your ED promotion and you become a shareholder. All right?
Okay.
So the exchange leg should not even worry you. You have option. You don't have to exchange leg. Just do your EDX. And with the way you are going, you and Grace, you won't even need exchange leg. Okay? Me, I did exchange leg because I can't wait to become executive director. Any 140% commission, percent in bonus, and then getting my shares. So instead of waiting until I build my license to, I said, what, I just exchanged and got my promotion, and I have no regret for it one bit. I don't. Okay. But that's not for everybody. We have a lot of people that are doing EDX, no exchange claim. All right. So that is that. Grace, is that clear with you?
Yeah, I'll still have
Awesome.
to watch the video again because
That's fine. That's what I'm going over it. So the next thing I want to do is to go over commissions, because now commission is going to make a million sense to you guys now. I don't know why I stopped sharing. Let me go back. Since I don't lose my listen. So we go back here. Again, we type in commission in the search field, commission calculator. Additional commissions, understanding commission, must read. So if you want to understand commissions and everything, you can come here and read. You see, this one is everything you need to know about commission. So this one is a good reading, whatever. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit and fly through it. But the more I blow it up, because I didn't download it, if I blow it up, it's going to, Can you guys see it, right?
Yes, can see.
Everything you need to know about commissions. Okay, this is life insurance. All right, and this is our commissions level. I've told you guys FA is 40%, SFA is 70%. You see, I don't bother about SFA because once you come in and then you do your the fast track promotion, you start earning at 70% com. All right, and then as a sales manager, your com is 100%, and then as an executive director, your commission is 140%. Okay, we have what is called FYC, which stands for first year commission. I explained to you guys yesterday. FYC can be a confusing term because it will make you think that the commissions earned in the first year will be whatever the FYC states. However, it is only part of it is only part of the puzzle. The FYC is the same from MGA to another, all the MGA. So therefore, Experior does not have the ability to change this. The insurance carriers determine this for all MGAs across Canada. Okay, so you guys can read this up. Okay, now everything you need to know is to continue, and then you can see the detailed commission breaks down here. So you can see that. Okay, but the one I love to use a lot, and this one will even show you the calculations of override. But all this reading, whatever, is summarized in this spreadsheet. Let me see if it's down here. And by the way, you can download this document. Okay, so let me type again commission. And then I love the Excel part because it summarizes commission calculator. So if you want to see the Excel one, is the calculator one that you will click on residual income calculator, compound calculator. I already downloaded this, so let me go pull it up from my drive. Calculator, Experior commissions and override calculator. Okay, so this is it here. All right, so everything that is explained in that text, when you go back, you read it up, is in your back office. This is just a summary here. I love this one. You can calculate right off the back annual premium. Let's say somebody is paying $100. The annual premium is 1.2, and you can see that it is, it's auto calculate. So when you go to the back office, you download it, only modifies the green area. Okay, not everything else will automatically calculate. And there's a legend here. Term insurance is 45 to 55%, universal life is 50%, and whole life is 60%. Okay, as your FYC. All right. So as an SFA, and you write a life insurance, which is universal life, this is 65%. As an SFA, you are going home with 1,326 in commission. However, if this is term insurance, make sure you put 50% here. Okay, and if it's whole life, it will be based on FYC of 60%. So this is how you use this. Okay, but let's go back again. Let's say this is a UL policy.
Sorry,
And
when you
this client
say
is paying,
first year commission, is this term for everybody?
sorry,
First year means, okay, the year that the client got his premium, right? His policy.
the first year commission, FYC. FYC is called first year commission. That is the term insurance company use to calculate the amount of payment that they dish out to every MGA. Okay.
Okay, so let's assume
And
that the
that's how
client
they
decided to
determine,
increase.
it's the insurance company that determines that. And that's why UL is 75% of the annual premium. Insurance
So
is
my
50.
question is, okay, it is agreed that, okay, or rather it is the standard that commission is paid based on the first year commission, first year premium the person is paying.
Yeah.
So let's assume the person decides to increase his portfolio or his insurance cover. What
Okay.
happens then?
Okay. So let's say this person is paying $100 now, and later increase it to what? To
200.
$200.
Yes.
So let's say this $100 this person is paying is for face amount of 500,000. And this person increased the coverage to 1 million, and the premium now is 200. So you are going to be paid another commission based on that additional increase in
Okay.
that person's portfolio.
Okay.
Okay. But you can see what promotion FYC, once it's calculated, is the same for whether you are a SFA, SM, or ED. But what increases our money based on our level is the bonus.
Yeah.
Because as an SFA, you're on 70% contract, so your bonus is this amount. SM with 100% contract bonus is this, and as an ED with 140% contract. So that is why ED earns more.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah, understandable.
And then also we have what we call generational override, up to 7 generations. Okay? How is this calculated? The way this is calculated is this. Now, when your first generation, you earn 28% on their production. Then your second generation, you earn 14% on them, all the way to 7th generation. And then we also earn income, not also on investment. So these are investment calculators. So if you bring an investment of 500,000, you see, so this is the commission. So if I bring 500,000 in investment now, I'll earn 20 grand right off the back. See that?
Yeah.
And then also investment pays up to 7th generation. Okay. So that is that on commissions calculator. So I've talked on promotion guideline. I've also explained commissions calculator. Okay. So now let me
Sorry,
show you.
before you go further. So
Mhm.
if maybe there was no insurance during the field training, and it's investment one brings, can somebody become a senior SFA? If right,
Yes.
maybe
So
today I just talked to
So
someone.
your investment, so let's go back again to promotion advancement. Investment does not count,
Okay.
okay, the way insurance counts. So investment is like this, senior manager, this is SFA promotion, okay? So Experior reserves the right, no, not this one. Okay, so you have your field training, okay? So trainer, now 100% credit for life, critical disability, personal health and dental, 25% credit for travel insurance, 10% credit for group insurance. Okay, investment does not count for SFA promotion. Let me see, does it count for senior manager? Premium calculated as this, and 10 for group? No, investment does not.
Investment is solely for
So the
commission.
investment that we count, okay? So look at this now for SFA. So if you have investment, or if you are doing investment, no, okay, this one is this, there's no investment here, 10,000. This is life premium. But as a senior manager, you see the option 3, if you have 1 million segregated fund is an investment. Okay, so even if you don't have life and you have 1 million, it will count. But let's say somebody is doing investment, RESP, FSA, that they are putting money into every month, it's not going to count. For promotion, but it's going to come for you. You are going to get paid for it. All right?
All right. Understand.
Okay, cool. Oh, all right. So we are moving on to BTO. You see, this speaks to when you sit down with people and you are doing presentation. Every time you guys invite me and I talk to people, you guys see those slides I always run through, right? So you have it here at your back office. So all you need to do is just type BTO. I'm showing you guys the easiest way. I know where to click to access all this information, but for you guys, I'm showing you guys, oh, just type it in this thing, right? So that it's easier for you. Okay. So it's called BTO, our BTO company over. Okay. So if you come here, right, you're going to see the BTO here. You can download it. You want to download the one that says this one. BTO presentation. After opening, click the blue to download. Okay, this one that say click the blue to download. Okay, so this is it. This is our CEO Jamie. So you see the BTO overview here. You click the first one to download it. All right, but this is the one I always use because the one from here, it has a lot of information. Okay, so much. And me, over time, after doing this, I have streamlined, customized this for me. Okay. And the thing with BTO is that we use the same thing. You see, when you talk about this thing, but you guys will see by the time you do presentation, it's the same thing. It becomes second nature to you guys. All right. So this is the one I've customized. That's why you see here, and then here you can put your picture here. You can, talk about experience here. This is what we call client introduction. I put this here because when I meet with people and I'm presenting to them, if once the one you download from the Experience back office will not have this customized this thing. Okay, so I can share this my own version with you guys if you guys are interested in this one. You right? So I can ask, ask the client because you want to connect with these people. What do they do, right? Do they have any retirement plan? Are they currently saving towards their retirement contribution? You see, and then what do they know their financial independent number? Do they have RRSP, TFSA, and all those kind of stuff? And then what is important to them? You see, as I explaining these things to you, you are able to have perspectives of who they are, where they are headed, where their head is at, and you'll be able to connect with them more. And then when the clients finish talking, introducing themselves to me, when I go through these questions with them, then I go ahead and, introduce myself too. And maybe I should put this in a slide. You guys are familiar with this, my slide by now, right? Because this is what I always use, right, Priska?
Yes, yes.
This is what I always use. Okay, my name is Joy Fibio Muka, a financial services broker, project manager, Primavera expert, real estate investor, and a business owner. I'm very passionate about helping individuals, families, and business owners find a stable financial solution. See, this is me. Then you get to write something about you too, with which you introduce yourself to the people you are sitting down with. Okay. And these days, because I've done this over and over again, I just go through this without really like meticulously reading it. It comes second nature, right? Then I go ahead to tell them about Experio. Experio is a managing general agency. And you guys recollect that I always use the term a big umbrella that all of us own our business attached to it like a hub. And really, that's what an MGA stands for, right? Our Canadian head office, our number of license. We are the first Canadian MD to have cross, move across the border to the US. And there are US head office. I talked about that. Then I talk about the diverse solution we bring from many, many partners. I always talk about this because people are at peace when they know that, oh, you got their back. You're not just bringing one jacket fit or solution for them. You are bringing bespoke, custom-made solution that is tailored for their needs. That's why I talk about these partners on our investment side, or sorry, the insurance side, and these ones on the investment side. So once I've talked about experience, you see the part, right? I meet the clients, I get to ask them questions about them, and then I introduce myself, then I talk about experience briefly, then I talk about our partners, different partners that we have. Then I talked about our mission statement. Then I now start talking about, now this is where I start talking about the value proposition that we have in Experian. People are faced with so much questions, confusion everywhere. Why is there confusion everywhere? The reason is because a lot of changes are happening now very quickly since the pandemic. People are now worried about their investments, about their savings. A lot of people are watching their savings eroded before their very eyes. Why? Because they're having to dip hands into their savings to meet the current cost of living due to inflation. See, and I always Google inflation rate. Look at, let's even check it together. The last time I checked, which was last week, it was sitting at 4.8. The number comes out every month, so it shouldn't have changed now. Let's see, inflation rate Canada. See that is 3.8%. They say annual inflation rate Canada slightly to, it simply means that percent blah blah blah. Inflation. Okay, inflation is cooling, the cost of living crisis is blah blah blah. This one is by CSBC. You see, this information, okay, annual inflation rate in Canada down slightly to 3.8. Okay, so you can, anytime you're going for a meeting, you can check out some of these, small information. And the reason people are worried, because if they didn't have any existing plan and they are watching and they are now seeing their savings, their investment being eroded because they are liquidating investment to meet current cost of living. Imagine somebody whose mortgage used to be 3.8 and now paying 5,000 plus, 4,000 plus, and their income is still the same, right? And the reason is because many people were not well informed prior. Many people did not have like a solid plan, and many people didn't have like anybody that is guiding them. So for you that I'm talking to right now, I consider it a privilege to be meeting you, and I know the information I'm bringing your way today will bring value to you such that you can make an informed decision. You see, you talk confidence. Don't say, I don't know. The person you are talking to don't know what you know and what you don't know. So the little you know, right? Talk about it with passion. All right? Many people don't have a coach, but don't worry. I'm here to hold your hands, to guide you, to help you set up any necessary strategies that I need to work with you to set up. You see, when you talk to people like that, they'll have that peace of say, oh, okay. You see, look at Canadian household savings have dropped drastically. We want to support what you are saying with statistics. And the reason is because in 1982, people were saving as high as 19.5. But these statistics, even before COVID, had dropped to 3.2. I kid you not, if the poll is taken again today, we will be in negative, and that's for a fact. But let's even check it out. Let's check Canada's household saving rate. Let's check. This is my phone. Oh. I don't have any special software I'm using so that you guys know. Canada household saving rate 2023. Let's see. Allow. Household saving rate in Canada increased to 5.10% in the second quarter of 2023 from 3.70 in the first quarter of 2023. You see that? So it's a good thing we checked, right? So I was thinking it would be negative, but no, it's 5.10, right? So again, that is the information and that statistics. And a lot of people are now not able to, save money because towards their retirement because of what inflations and high interest rates. So again, this now I'm playing down like this slide now. I want to hide it because I want to reduce the amount of time I speak. So I look at this. Okay, most people are not prepared for retirement. We know that. Okay. Now let's talk to this slide. I always emphasize on these slides because this slide, for me, it kind of summarizes everything we do. You see that? Because this speaks to various stages of life. This is an S curve. It's on an upward trajectory when we are young. And what are the things that constitutes what we do at that time? Now we are able, we are strong, we can rise up and grind, right? We have young children that we are responsible to provide feeding for basic necessities of life and more. Because a lot of us are in this country as first generation immigrants. I don't know, but and most of the people I talk to, they say, oh, I'm here because of my children. We are all here for the sake of our children. Many of us have climbed to the top of the ladder of our businesses and careers from back home. Left for us alone, we have no business being here, if not for our children. Is that same with you, Priska and Grace?
Yes, for me.
Right. So when you're talking like this, you ask the client, Mr. and Mrs. Client, or Joke or whatever, can you relate? They will tell you, yes, I can relate, right? Say yes. And now that we are here, we are responsible for our children, providing basic necessities plus more. What are the basic necessities? Feeding, clothing, shelter, right? And now we are planning. We have planned for all these things. We are working. We are saving. Why? Because a time will come when we'll no longer work again and this arrow will start pointing downward. But then, why now that we are here and we are doing everything we ought to be doing in a seemingly perfect, planned, and structured life, but there is something that is outside our control. What if there's an interruption in our life? You see, I'm 47 now. You see, I'm doing everything. You see, my 35-year-old me did some things that I'm proud of now that I'm 47. And now I'm 47, I'm grinding so hard such that when the 60-year-old me, the 70, the 65-year-old me comes on stage, she would be proud of the woman that I was at 47, at 45. But while I'm at it, how do I plan for interruption in the as I'm on this journey, I'm climbing upward this ladder? What happens when there is an interruption? What happens to the people I love if anything happens to me? What happens if and when I don't make it to the end of this curve to start climbing downwards? Are my family going to start running helter-skelter, begging friends and family to come help them out? And let me tell you something, that interruption is referred to as risk. It's risk. And that is risk, that's something we don't know if or when it will happen. And with risk, there are 4 risk management strategies we can apply. We can choose to keep our risk, we can choose to reduce our risk, we can choose to avoid our risk, or we can choose to transfer our risk. So I just went ahead and explained those risks. very briefly. Okay, when we transfer our risk, that is when we have life insurance, and in exchange, we pay premium. You can see that I've already captured their attention. At this point, they are now thinking, if they have life insurance, then by the time I start explaining the different types of life insurance, I talk briefly about this life, then I talk about the different types of life insurance, term insurance, whole life, universal. Then I pause. I ask, do you have any of this set in place? If they say yes, I'll ask them which one. They may not know the answer, right? Then I move on, okay? And tell them that, look, you don't need to overthink these things. We ask basic, simple questions to help you put together the right solution that is suitable for your needs and for your family's needs. And we also help you determine your financial independent number as well. Okay? You don't need to worry about that. Okay? And then I talk about the power of rate of returns on their investment. Why? Because I'm heading to investment strategies now. Then I talk about this one for them. You guys have heard me explain this. Now, their antennas are waking. I now move into investment strategies. RRSP talks about tax implications. EFSA, RRESP. I'm yet to add the slide for first home time buyers, okay? Under RESP, these are grants. I don't spend too much time on them. Okay, then I talk quickly about these strategies, right? And the next thing and final thing, and the expert financial analysis, and then I wrap it up with the benefit of children's universal life. And that concludes the meeting. And then I stop. Then I ask the clients, do you have any questions? Right? And from their questions, then I will now know if I show them the business side about what we do, right? If they're interested on the business side to see or learn about what we do, then I talk about the business ownership, the equity ownership, the legacy ownership, and what they need to do to join Experience. And that wraps up the meeting. Okay, but once we have done this, then I stop to get their question. So let me ask you guys now. Let's pretend you are the client now, right? Now, after you've been presented with this, right, will you have any question for me as a client?
Okay. For me, I will say that this when you were doing the role play, this is what this presentation you did for us now is what you do for the client as well, because you actually also, at what point do you now determine who is the client and who is an investor,
This is the
or
point.
rather a business?
This is the point. Because by the time I pause right now and I'm asking you, Mr. and Mrs. Client, do you have any question? Does any of the information I've unpacked for you, okay, and stand out to you? Would you like to know more about any of these government programs, right? Have you had your own risk management strategies properly set up? Did you keep your risk or did you transfer it? If you have not transferred it yet, would you like to transfer this risk? I can show you how, right?
Okay.
And then remember at the beginning, those series of questions I was asking, to know my clients, I will know if this client have children. I've already established if he has RRSP and TFSA from that introduction section.
If he
So
has
now
it, is there a way to tell them to transfer it through our platform?
you don't just tell them, right?
Okay.
You have to review what they have. So let's say client now tell me, oh, okay, we've already set up all these things. I said, okay, oh, good. You see, I'm always happy when I meet people that are on top of their games. All right. Would you like me to help you review it? to give you my independent opinion. And to be honest, every time I review, investments or life insurance for people, if what they have is okay, I tell them, keep what you have, you're good. And if I feel there's a gap, I don't just tell them, oh, this is not good. No, I tell them, this is what you have, but this is what I can help you with if you are interested. So they need to make that choice. We don't just tell them change, transfer. No. Ethic of our
So is it
profession,
transferable?
yes.
Okay.
Okay. And now if clients say no, oh, I'm happy with what I have, thank you very much. I say, okay, now would you like to do this? Don't you think you know people you could help? With this information that you can be earning extra income while you are at this. They say, okay, no, no, this is not for me. Oh, good and fine. But how about people we can talk to? Can you at least give us some referral, right? Then they can give us 2 or 3 names that you guys could add to your list to contact and book an appointment and talk to.
Okay.
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 So now, let's say clients say, oh, yes, so I'm interested, but how much do you think this insurance will cost? I don't know. And that's okay. Don't worry, right? First of all, we do your needs analysis first. And from that needs analysis, we'll know what proper coverage is suitable for your needs. And to do the needs analysis, we have what we call expert financial analysis software. Again, I'm going to go back. Let me exit from slideshow and go back to my Experience back office. Okay. Again, let's go back. Now client is interested, right? But the first thing we do is expert financial analysis. It's also referred to as needs analysis, because how do you know how much of life insurance the client needs? Investment is okay. They can say, okay, no, but how do you know? The way to know that, you see this, your back office, you see this tab called EFA, right?
Yeah.
And that's why when we say this, when we pay $37, the value that is packed in this back office is when you start using it that you begin to have appreciation for it. You just come to your EFA here, okay? Now there's EFA Lite, there's EFA very full version. You see, this full version will take into consideration detailed investment, everything. All right. So maybe we should do both. Since we are doing training, I'm doing onboarding training for you guys. Okay, we're going to do both. Okay, let's do the light first. Okay, the light is this. Now, this client doesn't have time. They want people that don't have time, they are in a hurry. I do the light one for. And the EFA light input is very simple. Okay. Now, I don't want you guys to, because we are recording this, don't give me your real information. Okay. Just make something up in your mind and give me. Okay. So, but if we make something up, we may not see the actual result, right? What's the best way we can do this? Anyways, let's say first name. What name do we use? I can use my name, no worries. First name is Joy. Okay. And last name I can put Fabian. Okay. And then we put the client's phone number. Okay. Now let me put the business phone number, which is 780-966-2130. Okay. That's the business phone number. Let's say age. Let's say age is 35. Okay. Now, life expectancy. Eh?
Because
What do you say?
I don't use an older age.
Okay, tell me now.
Let's say 50 something. 50. 52.
52?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's say 52. See, this life expectancy is, standard. You don't need to change this one. Just leave it
Oh,
at
oh,
82. Okay. All right. So now liabilities. You see, the thing about this software is that anyone you are not sure, just over it. You guys know how I got this form, right? How this pops up, right?
yeah, from the EFA.
On the EFA, okay. And then this one is EFA Light,
Right.
data input. If you are not sure, just over it. When they say liability, what do they mean? Here, see, description,
Our client owes on the mortgage, outstanding mortgage balance, and all other debts.
outstanding, right? So let's say this client mortgage balance. When we say mortgage balance, it's not the total amount of the worth of their house. Let's say their house
Yes.
costs 500,000, then they have paid 100K. So whatever they are owing the bank right now, maybe 400, maybe 300, right? Let's say this client is owing 400,000. And then maybe the client bought two brand new cars, one for himself, one for his wife, 50,000 each. So it means the total amount they are owing now may be what? 500,000, right?
Yes.
You see that? Okay. Now, other monthly expenses. Description. Priscilla,
Total
can you read this one?
the total amount of the client's regular monthly expenses aside from mortgages and debts not mentioned above, such as heat and hydro and phone. So it's like the utilities at home.
Exactly. So the monthly expenses. Now, how much should we use for that?
Well, let's say 300. I mean, this is not
Eh?
including food, with heat and gas, right? Heat and
Yeah,
food and internet.
yeah,
So let's
total
say
amount decline regular monthly expenses aside from mortgage and debt not mentioned above.
heat and hydro and phone.
Yeah, your heat, your
And
utility
your
bills,
internet and all
feeding,
that.
gas.
Okay. So should we say like 1,000?
Yeah, 1,000, 1,500, depending on the size of the
Size of your
family.
family.
Because 1,000 doesn't feed my family in a month. Then before
No,
you
it's,
now
it's
talk of,
feeding included. Okay,
yes,
well, depending on two cars already. Okay, you're buying gas for the cars too and all that.
let's say 1,500
Probably 1,500 or even 2,000.
or 2,000, right? 2,000, okay. So then income, let's read that. Annual net income, net, not gross.
Net income. Okay. Net is outside tax.
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you do
How
that
much
first.
should we go for?
Uh, hmm. I'll let you do that. I'll let you determine that. I don't really know how
Okay,
much.
let's say net income is average of maybe 65 grand.
565 because of
So somebody that is owing 500,000 and cars, you need to increase that income. So, and then income replacement. You see, if you've been in class, if you guys have been in class, can you some of these things, can you connect it back to what we were learning in class?
that's
When
if
we're
I
talking about
was
needs analysis in chapter 10, chapter 9, chapter 10,
I wasn't in class in chapter 9 and
Grace, you recollect?
I did, but I will have to watch it again.
Uh-huh. You see, all those things, these are the practical that I was talking about, right? It's just that in the text, they are telling us the manual way of wisdom, but experience have made our life so easy that we don't go that manual route. You just plug in the numbers. So now, income replacement, look at the percentage of the
client
client's annual net income the client wants to replace, right? So let's say this client now, the net income is 65,000. And this client is saying, okay, if anything happens to me, this 65,000 I'm bringing to the table. Remember that there is mortgage, all right? or 500,000, this client may say, okay, maybe 50% of what I'm bringing, because mortgage will be taken care of in the life insurance, mortgage will be paid off. Maybe 50%, maybe 30%. Or what do you guys understand the income replacement concept?
No, I don't understand what income replacement means.
You understand the concept now, right?
No, for me, no.
Okay, we've established here that the net income per annum for this client is 65,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this person is no longer there, it means this 65,000 per year is not coming to this family anymore.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Question now, we'll ask the client, do you want your family to still have this money coming in for them even when you are no more?
Okay.
If the client said no, we put 0. If the client say yes, we now ask client, how much percent of this your income and for how many years will you want that income replaced?
Okay.
You get now?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was a thing, so I didn't know.
Huh? Client may say, okay, if anything happens to me, I would love 50% of my income to come to my wife for 5 years, so that within these 5 years, she can stay at home and take care of our children. Maybe they have younger children until the children are of full day school age. That way she won't be worried about money to feed, money to do this, right? At least she'll be
That
getting
one
50.
different from the life insurance cover that this is the
So
life.
we are trying to determine the needs. How much life insurance coverage is this client going to need?
Okay.
We don't know yet, right? We are just putting in the client's situation first. And then when we hit calculate, we will now see how much of life insurance coverage this client needs.
Okay.
And that's why this EFA is called expert financial analysis. All right. Now we're providing 50% of the net income of this client for the family for 5 years. If this client say no, then we put 0. Okay. Now, funeral expenses. What does it say here? Right?
The amount needed for
The
funeral
amount needed, yeah.
on average in Canada and US is approximately $10,000.
Yeah. We can leave it at 10,000. Again, funeral expenses depends on what.
That one is sensitive because our clients are mostly in the Nigerian district. They don't want to be discussing their funeral. So since there's a suggested minimum amount, I think I would rather skip that part of the question and leave it there.
Okay, yeah, that
Or
is
apply
wisdom.
to it in such a way that it doesn't
That
look
is wisdom, right? Then education, the total amount the client still has to put aside for the children. So if clients have 5 children, 4 children, if they are already savings toward RESP, then you ask them, do you want to put additional money aside for their education? Oftentimes, people that are already doing RESP will say no, right? And some will say, yes, I want to put. Okay, we'll now ask them how much. But the estimated amount children need for post-secondary education in Canada right now is 50,000 per child. So if the person have 2 children, we can put 100,000 here or 0. Okay. So, but this one now, let's make assumption that this client have RESP, so we put 0. Okay. And then total for income replacement. What is this one?
The total amount needed for the client's insurance to properly protect their loved ones.
Okay, so this one now, we'll hit calculate, then we'll get this number. So calculate. So you see that for this client now, the right amount for him will be 792,500. Okay, so we now tell clients, this is your insurance needs right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you see that this insurance needs doesn't give us any recommendation about investment and other stuff. Okay, but at least this is a good place to start for life insurance. And then you can PDF this, you can save this. Then you hit save. Okay, what's the total number again? Let me write it down. So 792,500.
Yeah.
Or you can even say 800,000 to round it up. You ask
Okay.
client, is it okay with you around this up to 800? So client said yes. Okay. So now you see that in this information, we did not collect date of birth here, but the age of the client is 52 years old, right? And we did not even establish whether it's male or female. Okay, but I don't know, maybe we say female. Okay, now you will see, let me show you something now. Okay, so now that I've saved this, even if I go anywhere, pending reports or agent, okay, if I come back to my EFA again, right, and I say EFA completed, old one, or EFA completed, right? EFA completed light, because we use the light, right? Click here. You see that EFA is here.
Somewhere on the list, yeah. So you can
November
always go back
13th.
to it. Yeah.
So this EFA is a living, breathing document right now. Anytime I want to update it, I just click on the pencil sign to update. And I can PDF it and send it to the client.
Okay.
Or I can delete it.
Okay.
Okay. So now that we have the EFA, what next? Now,
So
what do
the
we do?
light is acceptable, right? So
Oh,
you
yes,
don't
it's
always
acceptable.
use the full.
The full one. So if you guys want us to maybe fly through the full one for knowledge sake, do you guys want us to do that?
Maybe you can just run through it, even if you don't act, even if you don't give a.
But the full one is that you will not get the accurate result
Okay.
if you don't put the right data. What I recommend is that you guys, you know where it is now,
Yes.
do
You
it
can go
yourself
through
and do it
it.
for yourself. When
Okay.
you've done it, click on PDF all, and then let me know. I will explain it. I will review it with you guys and explain it to you, okay?
Yes.
Then once you've done this EFA for clients, the next thing is insurance options.
Okay.
Okay, now how do we do that insurance options? I told you guys we have term insurance, there's whole life, there's universal life. So I've already explained to the client already the 3 different types of life insurance. Then I'll ask the client, based on my earlier explanation, right? Will you like something more permanent? The client will say yes. I said, okay. If we are looking at something more permanent, then let's start with, usually where I start from to even give clients a heads up is to use my win code first to show them what it's like with temporary insurance. And this win code, we have it also in our Experior back office. Let me see. Okay, I'm on my Experior back office. You see, everything keeps taking us back to our back office. You see why you need to have great appreciation for this, what we have here. Again, put in your search field, type win quote or just type quotes, like you want to give quotes to clients now, just put quotes, right? You see win quote will show up, click on it. Okay. So now you see the magic that will happen here now. Okay. So client is a female. Always know that the male always pay more. client is female. Date of birth. What date will make somebody 52, my people? What date of birth was
maybe
53?
1970 or so. Just 70.
No, 1970 is 53.
1971 then.
Okay, 1971. where is 71? Okay, 71. So it should be around, let's say, August or October 30th, 31st. Okay. And then we want 800,000 coverage. 800,000. And client just bought a house, so we want term coverage. And because amortization period is 25 years, so we'll do term for 25. Okay. Now, how often does client wants to pay? Clients will be paying this premium every month, monthly. Okay. And then what province is this client? Let's say client is in, how is this saying all province? Okay. Let's say client is in Alberta. All right. And then we're making an assumption that this client is in good health standard. The client is not a smoker, right? So if the client smokes, then we have to check this box. All right. So I think we filled everything. Okay. Now click on quotes. You see the magic? Right off the back, I have how many? This plenty quotes from all these our insurance partners. The number one on the list is Beneva. This Beneva, they are so good, right? That will be my starting point. So now, one of the options I'm going to give clients is, clients, if you do term insurance for 25 years, your premium is $248.04. So that will be the cheapest, right? You see, when I show you guys, you see that slide I show you guys that we have so many partners. You see here, Beneva, Assumption like Empire, Desjardins, UV, AI, Humania. Continue. CPP. You see, these are the top cheapest one. So if I have 248, why would I make client pay 250 or 300 and something? You see what I mean? But a client that did not come to me, that goes to the bank, and the bank gives them 3 something, right? That's what the only thing they know, and that's what they are going to be paying.
For the monthly, right?
That's for the monthly, for $800,000 for 25 years term insurance. So this is going to be one of the first options I'll present to the client. I say, Mrs. Client, for the 800,000 coverage for 25 years, your premium will be $248.04 every month for 25 years. But this is option one. Mrs. Client, option two is, I'm going to go to my software again. Now I know that this my Beneva at the company that are giving me better rate. So I have Beneva software here. Where is my Beneva?
And they can also choose this company that they also may have some affinity with.
Who will choose?
No, like if you also talk to them, some of them may have some kind of bias towards a
Oh yeah,
certain
like if a client say, oh, I prefer Jardin, or I want Industrial Alliance, I say, okay, no problem. I will give you what you want, because all of them
doesn't matter to you.
it doesn't matter for me. If clients say this is what I want, I respect and honor their wish, right? But if clients rely on my own expertise, then
It's
I go
easier
on.
to
So
actually do this than to be Yes, insurance salesperson for just one company.
Oh, exactly. So let me go to my desktop. I have to stop sharing now because I thought I pinned my Beneva software here. So let
Okay.
me think I have too many things um on my taskbar, and it kicks that one out. Let me go to my oh, this is so dark. Oh my God, I have so many stuff open. Okay, Beneva. Okay, yeah, I've opened my Beneva. Let me pin to taskbar now. Ugh, pin to taskbar. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen so you guys can see the software. See, this is my Beneva software, okay? So now I've already gotten the number for term insurance, okay? I can run illustration. So let's run illustration for term insurance. So you guys can see, and we've been talking about this during class, right? And do you guys remember the date of it? We used 1971, October 31st, right? Can you guys see the software? You may not see the software. Let me reshare again. Okay, so you can see my software now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the term insurance. This is how you run illustration, guys. Okay, so this is we're going to be doing term for 25 years. So you select term for 25 years. Okay, we are doing it for individual, and it's going to be level. It's not decreasing, and I will show you the difference between level and decreasing benefits. Okay, this is level. Okay, now this means that the client is going to, the debt benefit is 100,000, 800,000. It's going to reduce from that 800,000. So we're going to put our 800,000 here. Okay, and then it's for individual life. Okay, now I'm going to put and that's my name there. We had October 1971, and client is a female. That gives us 52. Okay, and client is in good health, NS1, non-smoker. Okay, and frequency of premium payment is monthly. Okay, so
Okay, so you can be quarterly as well.
yes, it can be quarterly, it can be annual.
Okay. Monthly is
Okay,
better.
all right. So yeah, wow, the rate is even lower from what I saw in win quotes. So let me click on view. Wow. So can you see the report?
That's 198, right?
Yeah. No, can you see the report now?
203. Is it the on?
Oh, you can see. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's 203 because of policy fee. Policy fee is about $5 or so. Okay.
Okay.
So you see, it's even
Wow,
way
very fast.
cheaper.
Let's create the quotes for the.
Yeah, you see that? So now you pack this aside. All right. You're not okay, Mrs. Client. I also have another option to show you. So let's go back again to my software. Can you see the four bubbles on my screen now?
4 bubbles.
No, you cannot, right? Okay, let's go back. Yes, and optimize for video clip. Which one is optimized for video clips? I don't know what this means. I hope it helps. Anyways, you can see these 4 bubbles on my screen, right?
Time, permanent, life,
Yes.
universal life, and
So
critical.
when you are running them, you use this first one. If you are using whole life, you use this one. If you're using universal life, you use this one. If you're running for CI, you use this one. Okay?
Okay.
So now let's
Universal
go.
covers everything, right? That's what it means.
Sorry?
Universal covers everything. I know it's in chapter 1, but
Un-
I'm just asking.
no,
Universal.
universal does not. Universal is a form of permanent insurance, okay?
Okay, so why is there also a permanent life?
Because it's a permanent life insurance.
Is it from, no, okay, universal is a form, just one aspect.
Yeah.
What's the best one, if you, in your opinion? Universal.
It depends on the needs of the
Yes.
individual.
Okay.
Okay. So this is loading now. Can you guys see my loaded screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm. So now, when you are doing universal life, you see the coverage. How much we get there? We had 203.40, right?
Yes.
For the term. Okay. So now you have the client coverage, premium coverage, investment tab, withdrawal tab, and riders and benefits. Okay. Now, when we talk about coverage, you see now this is for individual life. Okay. Then we put client's name. We already have Joy Fabian as a client, and then we already have date of birth as October 31, 1971. And this client is female, okay, and is a non-smoker. Now, the cost of insurance, we are going with YRT. Always use YRT, but you can use T to 100, that is 10 to 100, or you can use YRT, okay? Now,
What's
YRT
YRT?
stands for yearly renewable term.
Okay.
So it means the cost of insurance, you see, changes every year, but the premium the client pays does not change.
Okay.
All right. So now this is exempt test increase. I talked about this yesterday for those of you in class, like a lead that sheltered universal life from being the growth from being exposed to the Canada Revenue Agency. So we always have to check this off. Otherwise, problem. So
Mm-hmm.
now, if I make this entirely 800,000,
Mm.
okay, so this is the coverage tab, but I'm not done yet. I move on to premium tab. So the premium tab is where I indicate how much how frequently of the premium.
Okay. Yeah, are you
I'm going to
paying?
choose annually or monthly,
Mm.
okay? And then the flexibility that comes with UL is that you don't want to keep paying this forever. You can choose how many years you want to pay it, or you can choose, or you want to pay it until age so, 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 and so. So let's
Mm.
go with number of years. This individual now is 52. Let's say you want to pay this off in 30 years' time
Mm-hmm.
or 20 years' time, depending. If the client wants to pay this off in 20 years' time, means the premium will be more, right? But let's go with 30 years time for now. I want the illustration to show up to age 100. And they always select this minimum annual deposit to maintain the policy in force. So when we always select this one, because that means this policy will never lapse.
Mm.
Okay? Mhm. Then we'll move on to the next part, which is investment. Recall we said that universal life have investment component in it,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
there's saving, there's investment in it. And the power of universal life is the fact that you and your advisor choose the investment. Me, I selected this investment as a placeholder for now. But if once a client is okay and they are moving forward, I take them behind the scene to show them this investment, which I'm going to show both of you right now anyways. So I'm going to leave this investment here. But we always have to do our investor profile for the client because that's the only way to know their risk tolerance, okay? So always click this to do the client investor profile,
Okay.
all right? So let's do it right here. Complete and print or view a blank profile, okay? So this one now, you will do this and save it. So you have that option, okay? So once you click on it, oh, sorry, this is a blank one. Let's go back to our, let's say I click on this one. Can you guys see the section now?
Yeah.
So you always click on complete, all right? So do you have, next,
Already have a savings set.
okay,
What is
so
the
let's go
current
back.
one?
So can you read for me, please?
Do you already have savings set aside for emergencies and your retirement? No, I
What's your
have
answer?
savings under 10,000. Yes, I have between 10,000 and 49,000 in savings. Yes, I have between 50 and 99 in savings. Yes, I have 100 or more in savings. What is your net worth? The total value of all your assets and property.
But we
Let
need to choose an answer.
should you choose yes between 10 and 49 in savings?
Okay, next.
That savings includes TFSA and all, right?
Sorry?
Is TFSA considered as savings?
Yes.
Okay. So what is your net worth? The total value of all your assets and property, less the value of all your debts. Okay, like someone that is paying for house, right?
Hello.
Net worth is assets less liabilities. What is the worth of your assets?
Uh,
You.
And when you minus your liabilities from it, what will you say will be your net
okay.
worth? Your
Let's
net worth will be
150 and
50,000.
It's not the call you since now.
150 and
Let me call back.
299.
Let me call back.
Okay, we go next.
What is your current salary? This means yearly income because
Mhm.
I see that they do salary yearly here more.
So we
Okay.
go with this one, right?
So it was there, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Question 4.
Do you believe that you may make a withdrawal in the future from your retirement savings for purposes other than your retirement? Yes, I will make withdrawal from my retirement savings in the future. Yes, I may make a withdrawal from my time. I think May is okay because I mean,
Okay, we click next.
what is your age group? That was the one we are doing, right? 40 to 54.
Yeah,
Mhm.
next.
In how many years do you think you will retire? Let's say 20 to 29 years, right?
Well, this
Because
person already is
it's
52.
already 52. So, and what's
So
retirement?
65 minus 52 because retirement age in Canada is 65.
Okay. So
So
it's 10
if
to
you take,
19.
well,
You know, 10 to 19.
okay, yeah, that'll be 10 to 19, yeah.
What is your main investment objective? Capital preservation, preservation, and regular income and medium to long-term capital growth. I think that's for me, that will medium to long-term capital growth. Income
Okay,
and medium. Yeah, I think no, the third one, if I may suggest.
good one. Okay.
Mm. So what type of portfolio would be best for you? Guaranteed and safe investment only, mainly guaranteed and safe investment, some equity exposure. But well, I don't understand this, so I can.
What type of portfolio best describes you? In other words, guaranteed and safe investment. This is kind of speaking to people's risk tolerance, right? Mainly guaranteed. Some people just want something guaranteed investment and some equity exposure. They don't want to be fully exposed, right? And then some want balance guaranteed and safe investment. And this is someone that equity is someone that is aggressive.
Okay. Maybe the person want to be a bit safe, so you can take the third one.
Okay.
Which statement best describes your investment knowledge? I have little knowledge of market, stocks, or other investment vehicles. Well, this thing we are doing now, you are trying to determine what again?
The risk profile of this client.
Okay,
Because
risk
there's an investment in universal life.
life. Okay, okay.
Mhm. So that we know the kind of
I want to know his
investment that is
risk
suitable for
appetite.
this client.
Oh, awesome. So what statement best describe you? I'm familiar with most investment products. I stay on top of the latest. So let's assume that is the first one. I have
Okay.
little knowledge.
Okay. This one.
Okay, are you comfortable with the idea that your capital may fluctuate and have periods of decline? Yes, I will accept a decrease in value and some volatility, but I will still be worried. Yes, the third one.
Mhm.
What would you do if the value of your shares declines sharply? I will sell everything at a loss to avoid further losses. I will sell part of my shares and keep the rest. I would keep all my shares, hoping that their value would rise again. I will buy other shares too. I don't know how to answer this one. I don't know what the smart.
What will you say?
Uh, I actually don't know what the smart decision is now as I sitting here.
Then let's go with somewhere in the middle then.
Okay. What would you do if the value of your shares declines sharply? Okay. So you want to invest $10,000 based on the following 1 year returns. Which investment would you choose, providing its value would be in between, or would be between investment A has between 10,003 and 10,8, 9,000 and 12,000, between 8,000 and 14,000. I mean, can do between 8,000 and 14,000.
Okay. All right. So this is so it means that based on your response now, right? This is the result and the recommended profile. So they said that we should put 45% of your investment in bonds, 27% in Canadian equity, and 28% in
Foreign.
foreign equity. Okay,
Mm.
you see, then
Yeah.
derogation. I acknowledge having asked Beneva to invest according to blah blah blah. So we need to check this off and then finish. So that now is saved. Okay,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
saved against the this thing. So we move on to where we were. So we've done the investor profile is saved against the client this thing. Now we so now this thing now is expecting us to propose portfolio allocation, 55% equity and 45% this thing. So we click here. This is how you select investment allocation. You go to, am I under investment? Yes, I'm under investment. Why is it grayed out?
Mm. Maybe I haven't checked. Did you
So
accept it that time? Did you
I
check?
did.
Okay.
Yes, I checked off that. Custom profile. Wait a minute. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, this one is for the term stuff. Okay, no, this one is from the old stuff I was doing. Yeah. Wait a minute. So I've saved this the moderate options, indexed account, prudent. Okay, so if you give me these options, then I need to hold on. Hmm. This is not funny. Oh, this is not funny. What is happening?
Something that wasn't checked.
It has to do with something. Let me see. Let me go back. This is good. Then I come back to investments. Okay. Balance. You can't just give me balance. I want to select my fund. Sometimes when you do something in the software, it's like this. I love to do my EFA outside, save it and attach it. That way I have flexibility and this thing will not come and handcuff me the way it's doing.
Can it be done outside?
Yes,
Outside the time.
like the plain one here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can download it and then do it manually and then attach it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That means you
uh
calculate by yourself with calculators.
yeah, it's easy.
Oh.
Bold, if I go with bold. Okay. Your profile. Okay, our profile is kind of dynamic. Okay. What did the profile give us again? You remember?
In amount,
No,
bond,
was it
40%. You know those
uh,
two things, the way you share
it was
this.
dynamic, right?
Yes, it was dynamic. So
This
Madam John, sorry,
strategy.
it's not my chat. Sorry for interrupting. It's not my chat
Oh,
now. Because I'm
oh, let me
preparing
check.
for work and also preparing the
Okay, I'm preparing
children.
for work, but at
But
in the meeting, okay,
y-
we'll watch it.
yeah,
Okay, that's fine. That's okay,
mm,
my lord.
I will still watch it
Okay,
later.
okay.
But
Oh
the
my
phone
God,
is
this
yeah. Okay.
yeah, this thing is. If you do your thank God I've not even been using the investor profile in the software. Okay, let's customize. Okay, so now we can change. So what you do is this. Once you need to click on customize, okay, then it will allow you change it. All right. You guys see that I'm happy this happened. So that any of you that will be wondering, then just click on customize, then you are able to change it. Okay. So I'm just going to leave just the way this allocation is. All right, just for the sake of this example. But I'm going to make this 6%. 6% is our baseline. Okay. If somebody's investment profile is aggressive, oh shoot, what is this? If somebody is aggressive, I can even push to something is blocking it. And it's not Valerie by itself. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I'll fix that. Why is it saying maximum? I want to put 6. Okay. So they're telling me that the maximum I could put, I can even do up to 10%, but we don't want to overpromise and under-deliver. The reason we do 6% is that we under-promise and over-deliver, okay? But when somebody's profile is aggressive, I can even push as high as 7% for them, okay? So now you guys have seen, now once you've completed your investor profile, the thing is going to lock up for you. And to unlock it in a way that you can pick your own investment and modify the net rate of returns, just choose customize the profile, and then it will upgrade this section for you to choose. You can see that you can
But
click.
the one we did, the bond based on those questionnaire and the
Yeah, so you
assessment,
can now see Canadian bond.
it was
You can
40.
make it 40. How many percent?
I think it was 40% Canadian bond, then
Yeah, so
27
you can make,
equity.
remember what I said earlier? I said I
Yeah.
was leaving it here just as a placeholder, but that doesn't mean you can't customize it.
Okay, so it was 27 for equity. Then
Okay, equity is 27, okay. And how about
oh, it is Canadian equity that is actually 20. I don't know, I can't remember again, but I know that bond was 40%. Canadian bond was 40%. The one was 27, the other one was 33.
okay, so let's make this 33 then. But is it up to 100% yet?
No, one has to be 27 for it to be 100%.
Okay, it's balanced now. Because everything must aggregate to 100%, okay?
Yeah.
So now we've completed our investment tab, all right? Then withdrawal and loan, we are not doing anything withdrawal, we're just setting up the account. So we don't do anything around that. So this is the riders supplementary benefits section. So I always add 20,000 at least CI for clients. But if clients say they don't want, I will check this one, okay? So now let's see what this premium will look like for this client. Then you come here to the premium/deposit tab and then hit calculate. Okay, so you see that this client's premium will be $784 every month.
Okay.
Okay, so, and I can print this, just click on view on top. Okay,
Universal
so
life is the most expensive, right?
yes, so client, by the time they see this one, client now is now going to say, oh my shell, I don't have this money, oh lo 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 lo, kinikon, will now say, okay, don't worry, Mrs. Client, what can you afford? And that's where the flexibility of universal life comes in. Okay, but before you do that, make sure you show the client this. Okay, let's go back. Where's the PDF? Okay, so this is the report. You say, Mrs. Client, this money may look too expensive now, $784. The reason is because look at your age. You're 52. You see, the risk of dying, it gets higher. And as older somebody is, the more expensive this thing gets. The same policy, if I run it for a 30-year-old now, they are paying maybe 100, 200 or one something. You see,
What was
this
the total
800,
sum assured here?
sorry,
I didn't put the total sum assured.
total sum is 800,000.
Okay, okay. Okay, it's
So
still that
Mrs. Client
800
is
that we are using to do different
yeah, different options for this client.
options. Okay,
At
so
least there
you
is
have done
an option for
universal.
203. Now, this is there. I always give 3 options to clients, but this
Okay,
one has critical illness of 20,000
okay.
and extreme disability benefit of 250,000. So premium for this is 800. But the whole money here is not expenses because there's investment. Look at the growth. You see, when we are talking about cash value, cash surrender value in the class, this is what we are talking about. This is the cash surrender value.
Okay.
You understand? See the base fund. You see the base fund. This is the growth. Even in the first year of this plan, this person already have the first year already have 7,900. By the second year, there's 16,000. See that? By the 10th year, 99,000. This is by the 20th year, 200 and something. The 30th year, which is the final year, this person will pay money is 400 and something thousand. But you can see that the policy is still growing, even though the person have stopped paying and is not going to pay again, but the money is still growing, right? But we're going to notice something. By the time this person is around 88 years old, you see the money start dropping because this person is now so old. The cost of insurance, the fact that it's not paying doesn't mean the cost of insurance is not running behind the scene, right?
So they're
And that's why
deducting from his own money. They're deducting from her own money now to fund it.
Yes, to fund it. But the way we can mitigate this is, let's say instead of this person paying, because right now he's paying 784, right? So you come here, you say none, and then we make it what? 850. You see the difference. Put a little bit of money and pay 850 instead of 7 something. Can you see my new report? The one is paying 850.
Okay.
You can see it, right? So now let's go to the latter years. See that the money doesn't drop again. You understand? Doesn't finish sharply like that again. Do you understand? Even up to, even if God blesses this individual and the person lives up to age 100, money still there. Now, but there's something I want to bring your attention to. You see the way the death benefit is on an increased trajectory, right?
Yes.
Because the death benefit is the cash value is added to the to the amount at risk, bringing the death benefit to total plus 800 plus whatever cash value is in the investment.
Okay, so apart from the investment, the death benefit is also there for the beneficiary.
Of course, and if the person did not take money from the investment, the investment amount will be added to the face amount and given to the this, and that is why you see that if the person die at age 67, the beneficiary will receive 1 point. The person die at age 68, the beneficiary will receive 1 point something million. This one is called increasing death benefit. Okay, we've really stayed, but I want to show you guys the blended approach. So this is option 2. Okay, so let me show you guys the blended approach before we go. So this blended approach, let's say clients say, oh my God, Joy, 850 is too much. Where do you think I want to get this money from? And client said, I don't want the term insurance because at the end of the day, I'll pay for 25 years. I don't have anything to fall back to after 25 years. Me, I don't want that one. And I said, okay, let's do it like this. Okay, the mortgage is, what was the mortgage based on our AFA? Remember? Mortgage balance was 500,000, right? So we do permanent insurance for 300,000, okay? And then we come here and add term insurance on top of it. So we do term for 25 years for 500,000. So that after 25 years, the mortgage is paid. Okay, duration is 25 years. Are you with me?
Yes, I am.
So for this one,
So that means you can actually, on one policy, carry all this one to cater for different things in one.
Exactly. Exactly. So for this one now, instead of client paying 850, we bring this down to like 550.
Okay.
But one thing they need to know is that the 500,000 is term for 25 years. And after 25 years, the 500,000 will fall off, but they will have 300,000 plus the investment growth.
And their premium will reduce too.
And the premium reduced. And that's why the premium reduced to 550 instead of 850. So these are the three options and value proposition we can show our client that, look, Mr. and Mrs. Client, I got you. You show them the term, you
Based
show
on
them the
Beneva.
UL, and then you show them the combo.
Okay, this is based on Beneva
This is
insurance
Beneva,
company.
right? So we also have IA, we also have others, okay?
But the software are all the same, or you have to learn all the company's software.
Sorry?
Are all the software for the rest of the other company the
They are
same as
pretty much similar. Now that you've gotten this one, the next one is all in interactive software.
Okay.
Yeah, but by the time I do another example and you see the behavior of that one, you see that, you know. So, and that brings us to what I had planned for you guys this
So packed.
morning.
Thank you so much.
Let me stop sharing. Sorry, let me stop recording. And then, do you have any question you like to capture in the recording before I stop sharing recording?
Not right at the moment. I had, but I think it has gone off. But no.
Okay.